Good morning. My name is Alan Mayer. I'm a retired priest and I'm beginning a series of 365 short Bible studies to introduce you to the Bible, to the different genres of literature in it, to the interesting things about it, and I hope that you will be able to follow me through the year. Today I'm beginning with Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 to 3, how it all began. In the beginning, when Elohim, God, made the outer universe and the earth was an amorphous emptiness, and darkness covered the face of the immeasurable gulf, while a powerful wind, the Spirit of God, swept over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let light exist." And light there was. When Bishop Ussher, using the skills available to him in the 17th century in Ireland, calculated with great precision the hour of creation to have been 6 p.m. on the 23rd of October 4004 BC, he got the date wrong by about 14 billion years. This is a warning to all of us when we approach the Bible. We are mistaken if we think that the Bible is a scientific textbook or an unbiased history book. We have many questions to ask of the Book of Books to find out just what it is that we are reading. Each book of the Bible has its own origin and its own history. All of the books of the Bible have been through at least one editorial process, and in many of the Bible's best books, we can detect at least two and sometimes many sources that have been edited into one text. Some of these sources are folk songs, folk tales, and legends, but not all of them are. Some are books of serious non-fiction. Some are books that debate serious moral and philosophical questions. Some are from a strange genre that we are not used to today, that takes a historical figure and tells a story about that person as a lesson for people of the writer's own time. And some are deeply personal and full of the hopes and dreams of people longing for emancipation or freedom. Two strands of writing can easily be seen in the first 5 books of the Bible. The people who wrote the strand who called God Elohim, that's a royal plural for the God of power and might, usually translated God for short, often in capital letters. Others, following Moses, called God Yahweh, the one who is, usually translated as the Lord in capital letters. We say hello to Yahweh's editor on day 5 in Genesis 2. It's the same God under 2 names. So, what can we say about this snippet from the first page of the Bible? The first thing is that it is not the oldest creation story. It's not even the earliest attempt in Scripture to describe how the world came to be. Before it, there had been the idea that the world was the wreckage left over after a battle to the death between God and a huge multi-headed monster called Leviathan. The Genesis account eventually took precedence, calling God by the name Elohim, But references to the older story can be seen, for instance, in Psalm 74, which we will look at on day 3. So where did the Genesis story come from? The Jewish faith took a great leap forward after the defeat of Little Judah by the powerful Babylonian Empire around 587 BC. Amongst those taken into exile in Babylon were Jewish scholars, and Babylonian scholarship impressed them. The exiled priestly class and the newly appointed rabbis worked on their defeated nation's history. They tried to understand why they had been defeated. They absorbed much from this alien culture that surrounded them. It was from this meeting of cultures, this meeting of minds, that there came this more sophisticated story of creation, as well as the story of the Great Flood. After the Babylonians fell to the Persians around 400 BC, the Jews were allowed to resettle in their ancestral land and rebuild Jerusalem. This 7-day creation story came back with them. More about that tomorrow. Thank you.